It's a temporary irrigation system, which means we only water so that the plants will become established, and then we stop watering and let them do their thing. Let them be nature, let them succeed, multiply, and just do what they're supposed to do. Obviously, the irrigation helps us to do this quicker. But this is a unique spot because we see the fog rolling in right now, and so these plants are highly adapted to receiving fog, absorbing it, and using that as their main water source. And so in drought years, even though we may not get a lot of rain, we still get fog in some sense. I know there was a couple years where we had limited fog events, but having this restoration site here on this old plateau here, this little marine, what do they call it, a marine step, is unique. It's unique, and the fact that these native plants that are still surviving here, they're showing us that they use the fog to survive. And so that's another backup for us, is nature, making sure that we are monitoring the work that we do, and if the plants don't need water as long as we thought they did, maybe they only need it for 1 or 2 years because there's enough fog, we'll cut that water use, we'll cut the water bill, and let them do their thing. And so we're constantly monitoring out here. Johnny's constantly checking all the sites and seeing what's needed, either from watering to weeding to doing infill planting. And so a lot of we're constantly out here. We have people out here 7 days a week, kind of overseeing the site and kind of checking these things out. So, yeah.
Then we have a question from Robert Ford, asking when the planting will begin.
So there's a question about when the planting will begin, and so we have it planned for the fall. We're kind of playing with the idea of putting in a couple strategic plants now, because the irrigation system was just completed this week, and so we may put some barrier plants just to kind of keep people from cutting through the habitat, the restoration site. But we're also thinking of putting in some wildflowers just to make the place look beautiful. But it has been getting hotter, warmer. It's not the best time to plant, and we are really pushing it if we try that. But that's why we have the irrigation system as a backup, right? And so we're playing with that. But the bulk of the planting will be in the fall. And so, hopefully some of you will come out and help us plant, because like I said, it's about 10,000 plants for this area. And so we will be also doing other projects at the same time. So, we hope to have our volunteer program up in place by then, and that way we can really work with the community to plant this area. Yeah.
And then Susan has a comment saying that the Legacy Circle member gifts will be directed to this site to cover the balance of the fundings.
And so Susan made the comment that the Legacy Circle gifts will be directed to this site to cover that funding that we don't have. And we really do appreciate that, because it is a big project. It's highly visible. I think it's actually going to get us a lot of members for the Conservancy, just because it's a great site.
Thank you.
And so, yeah, we do want to thank you. We have our Legacy Circle over in Alto Vicente, and you've seen the poppies out there. We're gonna do a lot of poppies here as well, and so it's great. So really want to thank you all for coming out to this Zoom meeting. Obviously, we're still working out the kinks on how this works, but we're able to Zoom it from outside, and so we really appreciate you, and thank you all.